Good evening, everyone, and welcome aboard tonight's stream. Tonight, it's Friday. We're going back to our cute games. And I just noticed that, technically, this game is still fitting in the category of the roguelike. Be happy or not about that. You're starting with a team, going through a dungeon. That always change. And if they fall, you have to start back from the start with what you got. You can improve between runs, and I think even on Twitch, it is actually tagged as a roguelike under the stream. So, I guess we had 2 nights of roguelike since the last 6 weeks, and I did not notice. Here we go. Last time we played, we got Smeargle, which basically gave us the power to change our flag, and if Gray past tonight on the stream, we will most probably change our flag for something else. Hoping they're gonna have some good taste in that. We're still rocking those 2, but since the last time I went in the Makuita Dojo, we spent the ticket we had on Pikachu because on Raichu. I need to get used to that. On Raichu, since we had some. And I finally noticed that we had also access to, what's the name of this move? To Eat Wave for our Blaziken, not Blaziken yet, but like Big Torchic Combuskin. Hello there, Ready Go. How is it going? Ready Go. I think I'm gonna try to find you an Esopix that is more energetic, because I don't know why yours sounds so much like lower in sound than all the others. Maybe it's because of the maybe I should just like amp up the strength of what we're hearing, and that would be doing it. I should try.
You know what?
Hey,
I think I'll
Classpawn.
make you a recruiter.
Come in. For those who don't know Classpawn, we just started, by the way, Classpawn, so please, guys, go and drop him some love. Oops, I made a mistake writing it. Glasspawn was running some New World on its side. He's not yet affiliated. He's getting pretty close to it. He just needs the viewership so that he hits it. And he's not even sure that he really wants to become affiliated, because exclusivity clause, basically. Let's make it short. I think it's the most annoying part of the deal, but like, it comes with some things to make it easy on their side, so I don't dare complain yet. So, Classpawn, Friday is our cute day. We're playing that kind of game once a week. And I say that kind of game, but I just noticed that this is also a roguelike. So, not only once a week in the end. Out of that, for those that came on with Classpawn, we are playing on Mondays to... Mondays is Adventure. Ew! Okay. I just got shred. And I think we're gonna put the bird behind. And probably take control over the reach. Okay, multi-hit moves in this games are... So this one is a... revamped version of the whole blue and red ones. It's basically the same, but they made a lot of the bad mechanic of the whole games more straight-lined, so that, let's say for example, the Makuita Dojo is now really user-friendly. The place where the camp where you are putting all of your Pokemon is now pretty much auto-building itself. You don't have to go in there so that you'll be able to talk with your Pokemon. I'm gonna put the cat a little lower so you can see the HP of my Pokemon. And we have Leo with us already. He's just kind of really bored though. On Tuesdays and Thursday, lately we've been running some Souls-like, and it's my first time playing Neo, so I'm having a good and hard time in the same way. We've been through New Way though. Since like last stream. And on Wednesday we're playing roguelikes, which basically means that most of the time I start with 80s just because I fell in love with the game. And at the moment, my Raichu is totally out-leveling everything else in my party. We just lost Absol. We will get him back at the end of the dungeon. But we don't really need it. We could go and get that Vulpix up. I'm not sure yet. Nah, it was not that good of an idea, though, to bring back a Vulpix with us. But he leaves half. That's not bad. Let him tag along. We will not give him a Mac Ribbon. I don't see the use to that. So yeah, welcome in. I hope you're gonna enjoy your time. Most people here are pretty nice with the people they meet. If they're not, they're probably gonna be kicked, but like with a smile, if it makes any sense. And yes, I sold out to Twitch, as you can see. After around 8, usually we change the game on Fridays to go for anything that the viewership feels like playing. So most of the time we end up playing Mario Kart, I'll be honest. This is like a really recurring games for our Friday night streams. But sometimes we do also go on Unite lately, or playing some Jackbox, depending on who's there and how many we are. If we're more than 4, Jackbox is a thing we can do. If there is less people that are willing to play, we're going to be playing something that is a little bit safer to do. And anyway, Jackbox... yeah. That's the thing. Confused Raichu that is out-leveling the rest of the team will basically blow down everything with Discharge. Kim is actually looking at me when I'm playing this game. Kim is my wife, and I can hear her basically laugh at me for these kind of incidents. So I just heard a long LOL downstairs laughing at me. Hey, Gray! Gray, if you're there when we're back at the base, we will probably... I will not switch leader. I want to use an item, because I just killed my own team with my own Pikachu. Raichu. Raichu just changed, okay? He was Pikachu until really not long ago. So let's use this. Summon back your friends. Oh yeah, that summons back my Vulpix also. So we're back with a full team. And how's it going, Gray? As long as you're having fun, you tend to enjoy watching. That's fine. Like, at the moment, I kind of build my thing to just be able to steamroll dungeons with Raichu. It's still fun. But there is the counter cost of that, like, nothing in my team can hold on the power of Raichu. But nothing on the ground also can do so. Can do that. So it's kind of fun with that. Can they break an Omanyte without the help of Raichu? Yeah. Let's get the box. Get today. Today was heh. What happened today, Gray? Please explain me what made that day heh instead of eh. Like, what kind of heh was it? A good heh, a mid heh, a not heh? A Canadian heh? I know you're not Canadian. You just have all hard ticks. Ah! Okay, we got trapped. This is... I don't know which one is it. And I guess the squeeze out just gave me back a discharge because I'm consuming them as if they were a pack of Skittles that I had in my hands. Way too fast. I'm really reliant on that move. Aww. Cutie. This is a... What is this Pokemon? Was that a Caterpie? Okay, thanks a lot for the lurk, Classboom. That's appreciated. And welcome in the SSS, by the way. I think you're kind of brand new there. Or it's the first time that I saw you there. Either one of the two. No! No! That's the bad move. Okay, Raichu can probably soak one. Am I still confused? Ooh, yeah, everything's dead again. We gotta get... Everything's dead, but we got a tentacle now. So, yeah. I hate Supersonic. Like, as a move, this really breaks me. Do that on Calypso so that he's not so dead while my Raichu is still having issue just existing. And that's it. If you... Yeah, he's back. He's back. There's no danger. What's that? It's a Bidoof! It is a Bidoof! But I don't have an apple for him, so he's gonna have to stay behind. Sorry, Bidoof. Not that I don't really like you. Like, I like you like I like other Pokemon of your type. Okay, yeah, he was kind of stunned, I think. He recovered. Heat Wave! Discharge! Yeah, Heat Wave does not do much here, but like, it's a perfect dungeon for Pikachu as long as I don't get Supersonic. Get to... Okay. I'm gonna still say Pikachu the whole time I'm gonna play this game. There we go. You bought Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch today. And this makes it a eh? Is this a good eh or a bad eh? Explain me, because I'm not 100% sure I get it. Is this a good thing that you bought it, or like a sad thing? Or a mix in between the two? No, it was good. Okay. It was a good eh. Okay, good. Or it was good the fact that you buy it, but something else happened. That was not as cool. What is this? That's a Clefairy. I need an apple. I thought I was about to be hit. But its tentacle was showing up. That was Water Pulse. Water Pulse is not a bad move per se. It's like a long-range potential confusion with a lower rate of... Sorry. Hi, Kim. That's Kim SFX. Anybody here that do take the VIP option at the end will get a personalized SFX with the nice... When I was saying that yours was kind of like low going, Red Eagle, so... What was I saying? So yeah, everybody that gets VIP get to have a personalized SFX, a message that I choose for them. The SFX can be decided by the new VIP users, but the new VIP viewer. But the price of the VIP goes up every time we get a new VIP on. Just because there is a limit to them, it's not that I don't want to give VIP to everyone. I also scared the baby. Aww. I'm gonna leave it like that just so that you can wake up the baby when you play it. Hey baby, how's it going? Baby is my baby, by the way, so like, don't think I'm calling my wife baby. We pretty much agreed, me and my wife, that this would not be a way that we would call each other in life. Just because we think it sounds stupid. Okay, we're still in Let's Go Together. I don't know why, it just... He went on his own, trying hard. Oh! What is Seal Trap? Does that retain me from using moves? Is that sealing one of my attack? Oh yeah, Kim got the middle one because she did not say what she wanted. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get something special for her. And that was that. Plus the message, like, I wrote it. You can go and drop her a follow if you wish. I'm not sure she's gonna start streaming, even if she reached a decent amount of follow. But, I mean, she will not be able to say that I didn't try. Yup. You found your SFX if you really want to change it. What is interesting you? Like, make sure that this is not the MC8. And out of that, what is it now? Which one will it be, Red Eagle? So that I have an idea. Like, there is one that I took a risk with because I know a lot of person are using it, and I think Disney owns The Simpsons. And it's the one of your Jean Pigeon. You mean you have a baby? Yes, exactly, Kim. Well, I think we had a baby, but if you want to make it your baby, that's fine also. I guess you worked harder than me on that. If you spend the last 9 months, no, not 9 months, the last 11 months basically carrying that thing either in you or just out of you, but in your arms. So you deserve to call it your baby for now. Eventually, we might have to talk that over. Like, when she's gonna start to learn things. We're gonna go with Iron Tail just to save a discharge. I know discharge would have been way more efficient. Apple Trap! Oh, I have items in my box that became Big Apple, and we kind of needed Apple, so it's not the worst. Slumber Orb. I just don't know what became an apple. If a revive became an apple, this is disappointing. Well, try to explain it to me like I'm 5, Kim. Yeah. Okay, I thought I was dead. Good, he just used lock on.
We got a Rainbow Raid.
Look at this violent carp, I guess. What is a Rainbow Raid? Is it the one that evolved into Mantis? Or is it the one that is like joined onto Mantis? Mentine. This name sounds like I'm talking about a mark of chewing gum. Mentine. Or when you're scared that your breath smells like shit. Let's give it an orange berry. So it recovers. And punish that guy over there. Dun, dun, dun. That's so great. Like, look at these XP. Oops, signal beam, but like, it's fine. More XP! Wow. This is a tough Rainbow Raid. Why don't you die? That's good. So, actually, woo, this one, exactly. How does it go in, Urgent? Ah, okay, we're sleeping for 5 turns. That's fine. Like, that's gonna give some time for my friend to pick up stuff. There's Trap. That was such a monstrous room. Like, for real? That's a monster, not maze, but like a monster BS there. How it spell?
And that's a Rainbow Raid.
Got awakened! Which basically means it's gonna be a little bit stronger, but not for long. And we lost Calypso in the trade. We already have Absol that is down. I'm just so happy that Raichu is able to carry everything. So, about me. The day was good. I started moderating for a Discord that I do appreciate to go to. Out of that, what have I done? I did not bring an invitation, by the way, Kim. I'm pretty sure I don't have one. Like, I could take a look. What is this place? There's a big door. Nope, I don't have one. Oh yeah, too bad. It's I would say SSS, but it would say you nothing. It's a English stream community that do help each other by basically how can I give some example? Basically, like, sometimes there's some raid exchange. This is the place where you actually, like, give some visibility to each other when it's possible. A bit like I would do with you and Tuba if Tuba was streaming more. I'll throw this! We don't need Google specs! We can fall into trap and survive them. This is way cooler. That's the barbarian way to disarm a trap. Exactly. That's it, Urgent. I don't know if you were in that, or if you just saw them pass by my channel once in a while. So that's pretty much it. And we were needing some more moderation. I'm still new to that. I will make a lot of mistakes, but that's fine. It's basically like everybody is an English streamer on that most of the time. So I don't think we have anyone in other languages. I don't say this is impossible, that this will happen. I just say that, for now, up to what I know, there's none. Here I go. And out of that, well, I only had one class to give today. and it was a sexuality class. I did not even have to give the class. There was a nice ma'am that is actually like the ABSEC of the school, animatrice à la vie spirituelle et communautaire. This is basically like someone that do help the kids participate in their community, like either doing some benevola or volunteer works, or participating in the conseil étudiant. Yeah, that exists. Like, this thing existed when we were at school. It is often like, if you have the same character that I had in mind when I saw my first ABSEC, it was an old man trying to teach us stuff about religion out of the religion classes. But like in the past, I was with my own ABSEC when I was a student. Once a month, going into a une maison de personnes âgées, a place where you let the old people die. That's a joke, but like I know it's not funny. Okay, it's not because it's a joke that it's funny. I was going into one of those places, a retirement home. Yeah, these things, to basically serve dinner to a group of really old person. I like Monster Trap. Monster Trap are so much like big zone for it. I'm dying. I just noticed that I actually forgot to give an orange berry to my Pikachu. So if everything does not die there, I'm kind of into shit. We got a new friend, and it's his food. I like him. So you were trying to figure out what the word in English is for an ABSEC or for a retirement home. So basically, we were just serving dinner in a big cafeteria for old people. Yes, it's a retirement home. I know it sounds pretty sad in concept, but like it's not as bad as it sounds. Okay, like these places are full of traps. They give you stuff, but in exchange they're like, yeah, but we're gonna make your own stuff going around. Let's just use that Dutch or why the hell not? We have that in over. And this is clean sword. Go for this! Oh, there's no sticky item. Okay. Did I just detect a trap by attacking it? But that's not the worst. Yes, retirement home. I know. I'll agree with you on the fact that it sounds sad. But those are retirement homes. That still sounds better than like a prison for old people or things like that. So, best case scenario, they do retire happily. Let's go and make my... I must have a... I don't have a single orange berry. I'll give Carbos to Kim, so that Kim goes faster. Okay, it's not going that great, and I'm kind of scared of pressing B. Because anything would one-shot Raichu. So Kim, by the way, Urgent. Technically, yes, Phil is so cute. He's rolling around behind us. Technically, this is a roguelike. Let you think about it for a minute. But like, you got everything you need for a roguelike in this game. I'm gonna take Big Apple and give it to Raichu. That way Kim will be able to just heal herself over time. It's gonna take forever, but it's auto-generated. You start with a team, like in some roguelike, your team can, or your situation can also go better in between every run. Like in 80s, I buy buff in between runs. In this one, I make my Pokemon upgrade. So lucky, because that would have been the end of my run. Like, not probably, out of doubt. This is like just a turn per turn auto-generated game where you do start over when you fall. and you cannot really save in the middle of a run. Yeah, and I would not like to be saved by Kim again. I love you, Kim. Ah, ha, ha. Okay, like, this trap is basically, I'm gonna send you to hell. Catch it up. Like, catch up. There's only 20 floor here, right? Disrespect your surroundings. If you know Calypso, that's my new SMS. I don't know. I'll see. I don't know if it's from a series or anything else. If you know, you know. Okay, I don't know. Like, if I don't know, I don't, I guess, so I don't. Discharge. That's field took it. Is there a reason? Ooh. Okay, no. Nope. We can save this. Like, don't do this. Yeah, do this, okay? When you die in a floor that you know you're able to do without dying, you can actually just leave the run at SAP with the home button, and you will respawn on the level where you were when you've been beaten. You have a wrap seed that you can throw or eat. What is a warp seed? Wrap seed or wrap? Because, like, if it's a wrap seed, it tastes good. But if it's a warp seed, it's something else. Resume from dungeon. Wrap, as in it takes you warp. I like you. Okay, I have a warp seed, but I can also just go and discharge the hell out in its face twice and not care about this little sum account. Is this a sum account? I'm so bad. Like, everything that comes at the second generation and after, I'm just going by feeling when I name them. I think I knew a few of them, but I forgot so much. Yeah, you know, yeah. Because a wrap seed is something else. Anorith, okay, Kim. I will take as a fact that you're probably right about this. It must be an anorith. You know, right? Because I know, right? No, I'm kidding. Let's go and kill the Grimmer. Over Rabbi. And we can also, like, thunder him from there. This charge is a really weird move in this game. It basically acts like Heartquake would. If it makes any sense for you. Like, it is a lot of damage on the AoE. And even if there is a wall in between me and the enemy, the game don't care about that. I'm still touching it. Grimer is poison? Only? Right? I know Pokemon, I say. I've been playing through so many of those games. Right? Who did not? Grimer used Arden. So now, like, a second ago, he was like a disgusting little slurpy thing.
Here comes the pain!
And he became a harder slurpy thing. And welcome in the pain. How's it going? What's been up recently? I think I just killed myself. Oh, kill him. Kill him softly. Like, killing him softly with supersonic. No, water pulse. Same difference. I just don't want to kill all my team because I get confused again. Because it happened twice today already. So the pain, what's been new recently on your side? Have you been... Yeah, I think like... I think I've seen your last run in ALTTPR, and it did not went as well as it goes most of the time. What happened? Explain that to me, my friend. I'd like to know. Like, it took you... Well, not so long. I know it took you so much no time if you compare it to how much time it would have taken. But like, even then, I think you ended up being like the third to last? Or did I miss one? Maybe I missed one and you were first last time. Hey, Greta! Only 18 floor left. Only 18 floor left. So it's a 40. Thanks, Kim. Like, Kim knows that kind of things. I could read them. Like, before I get... This is the second house in the same dungeon. Last one was Sunday, and yay, you got destroyed. Yeah, this is the one I saw then. Well, like, it cannot always go perfectly. That's all good if once in a while. You got soft luck in a dungeon and died on a boss. Okay. So... okay, you got soft luck because you made something you should not have done, I guess. Like, you did not have the item to come back, and you not act your way, but like, not bug your way, abuse your way inside something that you could not get out of. Is that it? We'll go for a max either again, because we need discharge to make it possible. We have too many water Pokemon to break here to say that we will go without discharge. Okay, we got it. 3 enemies. They're done. Nope. Not yet. They can discharge. And now they should be. There we go. You play new game better. Tainted Grail Conquest is a good game. You play a new game. Is this the game that you were playing yesterday? Because, like, I was on your first stream in the last 4 months. On Ready Goal side? Nope. How many new games did you get on your Xbox thingy? Nope, another one. Like, it seemed to be a good deal up to a certain limit, because it still implies that you have to pay every month. It's 5 new games, okay. And basically you get how many games for that? And are they always the same? Like, if I started to, like, let's say, I think there was Psychonaut on those. If I started to like Psychonaut, will I be able to play Psychonaut like 3 months after that? Or not? And if they had 4 to 5 games every month, it actually does make kind of sense to pay that $10 if they stay. If they're not staying, I can understand how frustrating that could be eventually. But for real, $10 or $15 every month for over 100 games? Overall, that sounds like a deal. Yeah, we will have to do this, but I did not want to do this, if it makes any sense. Let's get down to it. Pictures. In the Tower of Hera, you can skip the climb if you go in the fairy holes, but you need to clip inside. You miss your input and got stuck in it. Okay, that kind of soft lock. I was like, sometimes I see you use some pretty pixel perfect move. And like, if you do something to try to skip the need of an item to go inside something, it could make sense that you're not able to get out sometime if you did not have your escape route planned. But it's not that time. Oh, I hear Kim talk with the baby. There's a lot of okay. Disingenuous kind of Pokemon here that I do not like. Okay, let's just discard from afar. I don't even care what you are. Grimer! Kill those two, maybe? Yeah. And get out. Sure, why remove some game from the Game Pass, but it is not the more popular if you say, okay, so basically, if there's a thing that is like dying in a corner, they might say, we take that off. I can understand, but like, sometimes there are games that are not popular and are totally worth it. Like, eventually, guys, there is a little game that is And don't ask me why the game is free. Oh no. There is a game that is called Alien Swarm that is totally free. That is a good up to down FPS kind of game where you try to survive an alien infestation with a hell of a lot of maps. And to be honest, like, it's free. It's nobody knows about this game. I don't know why. It should be known more, but I'm gonna be like totally honest about the game. Also, I don't know why it is not. I don't know how they make their money. They most apparently try not to charge anything to anyone. Okay. And apparently they are still able to make a second game. Well, not a second game, but like an expansion version of the first one. So it's really weird overall. Oh, I'm out of discharge. We're gonna have to think it through and reload that. Oop. Do I still have enough max ether? One. I should make a big cleanup in my box. Drink. Because Kim is the carry, we don't care. We're gonna feed her a little. Prosper. More Pokemon. We should try to give that to Kim. Okay, this does not restore her HP. A heal seed. XP points, speed. I would like to have a ribbon that do buff my damage, maybe. Munch. Okay. We're gonna give that to Kim anyway. It's always having its belly totally empty, so there's no use keeping it up. And we're gonna give Kim the last max ether we got. No, not max ether, max... Yeah, max ether. We had one. Just can't find it. So we only have one max ether remaining and 14 floor to do. Easy. Okay. Yeah, it is a good choice to Riggin. Marvel Avengers. Okay, Seba, I got it. I just like caught up on what you were saying. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, a Home Star. Yeah, I like how they get deleted. That still means that my Pikachu is ready to take along. Let's swap in the sweep in the nothingness. I think I could go for a grass knot here. If I have the chance to, because he's probably going to be dead by now. There we go. Grimer. Well, try to avoid using discharge for just one Pokemon. I hear judgment. What do you mean, Kim? Are you telling me that I use discharge too much? As said, I was looking for a grass knot there. It's not. Yeah, this is great. So, 2 Pokemon here, discharge. That's going well. Like, we don't have a lot of effort to do, but up to what I see, we're fine. Ancient Power, why would you use that? This is such a bad move. Bubble Beam! Yeah, I don't need to help him, so. You jumped up when you saw... Okay. And why wouldn't you install it? Okay, oh, okay, 135 gigahertz. So that's a good reason not to install it first. You have to bear to really be like, I want to do that well. And like Octavio is basically carrying your whole team, Kim. Like, be glad you have Octavio. Thank Octavio for existing. Okay. There's an enemy nearby. Yeah, sure. I want to use Grass Knot. Twice, apparently, because let's overkill that poor little Almastar. We've seen worse game in our lives. Best example I can think of. Any of you download Ark in the past? Because Ark was probably one of those games that I was like, wow. The programming in the model of the characters is so badly done. Let's use that. Summon back our friends. It's so badly done that we actually like have to download something like 400 gig if you wanted to have all the maps. That's absolutely absurd. And the pain, like, this shows where you live. We had unlimited data plan a long time ago in this city. That's a joke. You can take it personally or not. But we're a full team, and we apparently just use this charge again. I should try to use a little bit of those. There. Let's go, guys. Kill that Omastar without my help. You are independent and strong. Yeah, they actually like really beating him down. There. That's that. There is so much distance in between the first guy of your team and the last one. No! Why would you do that? Kill it! Yeah. Better do. Well, a blast trap could actually beat my ass there. Okay, so let's go there. Drink. Nip. Swap. Well, I probably have a shit thing. Let's like swap with one of my extra pitch a berry. Ooh. Too close. Discharge. I should have used grass knot. Yeah, the now is going back to a few years back too. Oh, okay. I'm happy about this. So you're saying you live in a developed country, right? But yes, I mean, like, was it? It might have been something like not even 10 years ago. In Quebec, we were still having data limits. He wants to harden. Okay, I would like to be able to target this. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, at least he dies. And we still have some heather now. Not 10 years for sure. Okay. But like 10 years ago, to have an unlimited data plan, which basically means if you want to have internet in your home and do not care about how much gigs you get, even in the big city in Quebec, you had to pay a ridiculous amount of money. It was not something like accessible for everyone. And now we're not talking in like how many data you can get. We're talking in how fast this data gets to your home. Oh, like I'm already with a full team, but a Seadra is really interesting. Look how cute he is. What happened? Okay, I'm famished. That's fine. Okay, we don't really want that. Let's throw! Bum, bum, bum. And catch it up. No. It's like playing catch with yourself. Don't. It's a good moment for discharge. That's good. And in these rooms, there are also often a lot of traps. Bow seal, no use. Like I say no use and I use it. Good idea. Citrus berry. Let's give it to Kim again. Because Kim is the carry. Ooh, and it also refill its HP. And I got +2 on my max. That's good. This is what we were kind of looking for. Okay, that Pokemon does not seem to be that active. And there was protein down there. Oof, Fallen Heal. I'm not sure. That says that Kim fell ill. I guess it was the Pokevirus. Pokirus. There we go. And the max downloads. What the hell? Okay, no, 250 megabytes. Okay. Well, oh, where? Okay, sorry, where you live. Like, your upload is actually 20 megabytes. Megabytes, yeah. I think my upload, you sure? Megabits, sorry. Yeah, bytes is something else. Byte is memory. But like, I think mine is 50. Is it 50? I think it's 50/20. But we don't need more than this. Is this 50/20? I think it's 50/20. But it's pretty, like, it's dirt cheap. I think I pay less than $30 per month in internet, so like I went for the cheapest option with a decent speed still. Most apparently because I can still share some things that I'm doing and Kim can still look at some stuff on her own screen. So it's really not that bad. We are able to both listen to like different movies or things that we got into streaming and also play video games at the same time, and we don't feel any slowing in our activities. So we got a good speed. Not sure exactly what it is. Oh, he's so focused. Fine. I wanted to use Grass Knot and wait for him to come, but that's fine. Like, there's not a better kill. Overkill is a good kill still. By the way, boys, I'm not sure if you guys played Unite this week, but Mamoswine is out. And he is, let's say, more complicated to play decently. We saw a lot of people that do not understand how the character works. And he got good spikes of damage, and then he gets to be useless. This is a Somatama. Armaldo. This is an Armaldo. Same thing. Same difference. In the treasure sheet. So, he got no power. I think I got too many Pokemon. We're gonna get rid of Armaldo, and I'm gonna explain. The longer you keep a Pokemon with you in a dungeon, the more it gives you money at the end. Don't have the spot to be able to keep him as a friend after the dungeon. So, since we have the other since forever, they're gonna pay out a lot, and I prefer to keep my lower level ones there. Hi. Do you believe in the power of the grass? Because you should. You just got killed. Okay, there we go. Hey, thank you for the sub, Dregdom. How is it going? You just came in, you did not even use your, Why would my move fail? Die. So, welcome in, Dregdom. How is it going? What's been up in your life since yesterday? Was the day good on your side? I'm gonna use it. I'm kind of low on discharge and full in inventory, so let's go for that. And kill that Armaldo. Whew. I'm not sure what animal Armaldo is supposed to represent. Let's throw that. That's funny. My day was good. I had one class. I did not even teach it because there was a nice lady that was actually doing the teaching because it was Sex Day. That's cool. So yeah, everything was pretty fine. I had an easy day. That happens once in a while. Happens. He evolved from Anorite, which is one of the water predator. Oh yeah? Like, ooh! Alien kind of predator or any other kind of predator? Escape port. Use. I feel like that was the worst idea. No! No! Wait, no! No, 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 no. I don't think I am, Gurichi. I'm in high school though. When I teach, I'm in high school. I don't have to be high. I don't know what you call being high here. Last time I was, I think, was more than 10 years ago. So, life's good. I don't need to be high to be, like, hyped. Anomalo Caris, by the way. Okay. Yes, exactly. I'm in high school, of course. This is where I'm teaching. I will just hope that I'm able to resume from dungeon. Okay, good. This is quite Anorite-like. Okay, I'm gonna go and make a quick search on Google to see if it makes any sense. So you said him in our really complicated word, Anomalocaris. Oh yeah! The thing is so cute, actually. Okay, guys, I'm gonna share you how cute this thing is. It's like, it's worth looking at. Not what I want. Ignored modification. Where is it? Usually I'm able to share a screen where there is the internet shown. I just don't know where I've hidden. Oh, it's in my gaming part. Maybe I could go there. Right, this. Nope. Nope. This. And this. Look how cute these things are! So I get those are mostly drawing though, but I guess we probably have found a few skeleton of those. Maybe not skeletons. Whee! Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Back to the fact that I was getting wrecked. Prehistorical creatures of the sea, exactly. So this is quite, what do you say? Anorit-like. And I guess that they just went and we will make that one walk for the second level. This is what people... Rasna! Oh, nope. Rasna, apparently. I still have a discharge. The PPO must be on something else. Boat runs. Yeah, I don't want to swap that. Who would like to swap that? Not that it's a bad pen, just that it's not the kind of pen I was looking for my Pikachu. I don't need to crit. I prefer to be like hitting with weaker hits, but reliably, instead of hitting hard and not reliably. And by the way, good evening, Gurichi official. I don't know what is a Gurichi though. It sounds like a weird Gucci. We're already at floor 40? I almost escaped from floor 40. Ha! His power is bursting. His infinite power. We will discharge the hell out of this guy. His duels against Groudon left them both exhausted. He took a long and deep sleep. All this time he waited for his eternal power to recover. And now, he's on the verge of regaining its power. He is Kyogre, the Lord of the Sea. I guess this is kind of the closest thing that Pokemon got to a Kraken. Witness the destruct, and don't tell me Tentacruel is one. Like, out of the one in the anime, most Tentacruels are pretty shitty. Way too slow of a Pokemon to be any valid. We have an army though. Concurrent search. So everybody gets hit. That it? Okay, it's just like randomizing where my Pokemons are. It's a cataclysm. The dungeon floor is submerged in water. No matter a Pokemon's type, it will be washed away to another place. All Pokemon except for water-type Pokemon will also become slow. That's cool. Integral is a special thing. I mean, being special don't give you all the right. You know that, the thing? Where's my Firebird? He's too far for using his Sand attack. He's gonna be Heat Waving for 30 damage. That's so sad. He missed! Nice try though, Kyogre! More Thunder! Fire Wave! Sundoll Beam! Okay, that's gonna hurt. That hurt my fire Pokemon a lot, actually. And he's confused! I'm not sure if it's gonna be good for me or not. Let's hope we shoot, like, on the other way. If he does that, this is good for me. Origin Pose! Ow! Gimme fell! Gimme was meant to be the carry here. So, I think we're gonna have to use a Revive Orb if I still have one. I don't. Okay. Okay. I'll Protect Orb. I should have used that at the start of the fight. Thanks, Kim! So it shouldn't last for long. It would have been better if I thought about using it when my stupid OP Raichu was still up. Let's use another one. Decoy? No. Lasso? No. Roll Call. I could have used that on my Pikachu to bring all the allies just close to me. But the Hydro Pump would have hurt us like a truck though. Make the enemy confused for a while will not work. Decoy, Faux Hole. Petrify. We could go for that. Let's go for All Dodge. So he's not hitting by a lot, but at least he's making the rest of the team quite safer. And we got that rolling for us. Okay, more. Do I still have a Orb that could be useful here? Biting. Using it will make it easier to befriend Pokemon you battle. Rot. Cute. Like, I see how this could be used. Let's go for a Petrify Orb. Where is Petrify? Quick Orb? Okay, let's go for this. It's gonna give a better chance for my character to move fast when they're gonna get kind of stuck in my enemies. The Protect is still up. They still have the bonus evasion and they still roll fast, so we make more chances even without Pikachu. I just would have liked to know that earlier. Let's go, guys! Show him! Terrain is flooded and make it difficult to move. Who cares? Attack! Water Spout! Woo! I don't know how long the Protect is supposed to hold. Hey, how is it going, Yu? Okay, can Mega evolve? Also, why? Okay. I will try to go with the Weather Lock, or seeing if it denies this because now my bird has just became useless, and I don't have revives all stuff. Weather lock. Use? The floor is weather locked. You can just deny this. Let's go, guys. Keep it up. Do we still have the protect? No, the protection went down. But the bonus to evasion is still up. We will be fine.
Eat wave.
I don't know if he turns into his second like look early or late in the run. We have lost a few of our little summons or not. Keep waving. I could go and try to put some sand back onto it though. My goodness, everything. This is so perfect. Okay. Water drained from the floor. He's confused. He still used AoE moves, and we lose Tentacool. Yes! That's a confusion for you. And now we are able to, like, make sure that he hits at least this. Woo! I was there! I'm too far. Do we still have any, things that could be nice? Petrify. Okay, I would like to orient my Pokemon. By the way, Yu, I have a bad news. I'm so sorry. You will be disappointed. The extracurricular activity are going to start on the 12th of October in the end. Because they want to have a better idea of the budget before they do start it. Sorry. I don't know what we still have alive. I know we're not winning this at the moment. Go, Absol, show him. Wicked attack. Ah, he hits like a freaking Kleenex. We're so screwed. We are so screwed. What's that? No. Let's confuse him and hope it's gonna be enough. Quick attack! Okay, I can't use Heat Wave anymore. No. Which one? What club did deny you? Like, and how hurt are you about that? Just wanting to know. Because you could complain. It's not fair. Ah, fudge. Okay, we're screwed. We're screwed. I can't do shit. If Kim comes rescue, we still don't have a revive all orb, so we will have to try to take this guy on solo. And that we know is not gonna work. So sadly, Kim, I know you would like to come and save my ass there. But we will have to give up on this adventures, knowing we will lose a lot of Poke Points, and knowing we will lose all our stuff. Like, you lost items and Pokemon that you had with you. Because if you save me there, I will still only have my Firebird and all the stuff I used to like make that fight a little fair earlier will not be there. I don't know who got taken into the club, Yu, but I know like you've subscribed at first, and even like listen to me, Yu, on that part. Even if you were not like taken in the club for the activity, you would still be in the club for the activity unless you tell me that you don't have your vaccination. You need to have your 2 vaccine so that you can participate in the extracurricular activity in the class. You forgot to check it on the message. I mean, if you don't say you want to be there, Kip Technic did not pick you up, even though you were like the fourth one who wrote its name. They told you it was premier arrivé, premier servi, and that you were not supposed to have required skill. This is dumb. Unless they picked like 3 students, you should have the place. But like, if you have your 2 doses, even if they did not pick you up into the group, I still have to take you, because I can't make a D&D table of 12 students. 7 would be my limit. I think I did 8 when you started, because you kind of recruited some of your friends to jump on the table. But like, I could not be DMing for 12 students in the same time. 12 newbies, 12 person that never played D&D, like, no. That would not make it something enjoyable for them. That would not make it something enjoyable for me. And that could not happen. Most basically. The most important thing when you start with new student, they pick 20 student in you were the 4th and they did not pick you. Do they give priority to those that were already in the team like last year? Because that could make sense in some way. Maybe they don't want to train newbies that much, but like if you never take newbies, oh, okay, like if I put myself in the place of the teacher that have to basically teach the technicalities of an équipe technique, a technical team on a show, it makes sense that I would prioritize either students that I already trained that are in Sec 3, 4, or 5, and for the newbies that I prioritize those that are in Sec 1 and Sec 2, so that those gets to know to learn what the older kids learn. And I don't know if it makes sense for you, but like they will be able to retrain the next generation if they are newbies and they are younger than if they are newbies and they are already like in the oldest student in your group. So maybe they went for those that already had skills, and for the newbie they aimed for the younger crowd, just so that this training would actually be able to like carry on. A little bit like you did with D&D. When they start young, they are able to reproduce the learning that they got more easily during the next years. So they come back and they are now leader instead of being like followers. We have the same thing with the ally group in the school. Basically, the nice thing about ally groups is that you always have a few older students that are like in that kind of learnings for a few years. Why don't he die? Why do I miss? Worst bird of the day. Kill him with fire. Okay, we might need more fire. There we go. But Lou and Iba, you don't think you know? I think I know Iba. And when you say that sentence, it sounds like they got married. Lou and Iba got engaged. They got recruited. This is what I get from that. I think I know Iba because she was in another one of my classes. If it's the one that I think about, like a average height student with half-range wavy hairs. Okay, sorry. No, I know you did not mean that they got engaged. Like, they got recruited. They are part of the technical team. Will we take this? We almost never use quick attack because we don't get close enough. So, yeah, focus energy it is. It's not that EBA. Like, I had 2 or 3 EBA when I was in the AEL when you were in Sec 2. So maybe I did not had her in my class. But chances are high that I did had her. I had 75% of the Sec 2. Well, I had 75% of your cohort when I was teaching. So it would make sense that I had her in my classes. But maybe I don't remember her. If it makes sense. But at least, like, I'm happy to know that there's at least one EBA that, like, fitted the description I made you. So I remembered a bonus name. More than those that I thought I didn't remember. I'm really not good at remembering names. I meet, like, 360 new students every year as a teacher. So it's really hard to keep track. Okay. So now, we will go and become a magnificent killer. We're gonna call that like this. We hear a voice for somewhere. Awaken one. Do you come here to evolve? Yes, we do. And like, he's out of his awkward phase where he was looking like a donger. And he's now in his cool looking phase. Evolve. And this, guys, is basically the Pokemon that broke a freaking meta for his season. Like, this was the perfect sweeper in Pokemon for the second gen, because he was getting speed every turn he was not killed. And we are fine with that name. We're gonna keep it named like that. And he was hitting like a truck in 4 different elements. And pretty aggressive one also. Which basically made him a broken Pokemon in the past. I clicked info by accident. Yeah, I want to go out. Let me go out. No. At least you didn't forget yours. Like, I remember the name of most of those that were into my D&D group because I spent more time with you and in little groups, which really helps. It may sound like nothing, but like, if you meet up with the same student every like four launches, you will eventually be able to learn their names. I forgot a few, gotta say. Blaziken could have speed boost. Yes, Blaziken had speed boost. Was having high jump kick. Was having the thing that was like a physical fire move, which costed you 25% of your HP, but was hitting like a freaking truck. So you were using one turn to buff you. Then it was going faster and faster and faster every round, and he already had a pretty fairly high speed and a pretty fairly high attack damage. He was a freaking killer. And like, people were basically building him with a Baton Pass Pokemon. So the Battle Pass Pokemon, the Baton Pass Pokemon was just getting like 1-2 buff, Baton passing to Blaziken, and game was done. It was, you tried to set some traps, you spin the traps of the enemy because that was like a pretty much, how can I say that? It was a time where most teams were a spike setter, a rapid spinner, 2 tanks, a baton passer, and a sweeper. And like, Blaziken had everything good to be a sweeper. Like 4 elements, crazy speed, crazy attack, the ability to hit himself to hit harder before the enemy hits. That was stupid. So tournament-wise, that Pokemon was a mess. He broke many of the like normal way of playing this game. So now we're gonna go and see Kangaskhan because we need help. We need a lot of help. Store. We lost everything we had in our pockets. So we're gonna go and try to be, and basically, by the way, the pain, this is also the reason why Blaziken was classified as a Uber. Basically, he got in the same category as the most OP legendary Pokemon. If you were able to play Blaziken in a tournament, it was because you were able to play legendaries as well, like everything you wanted. Even the Dark Ray. He was classified in the same kind of like type of matchup. So yeah, pretty broken. So what do we take with us? At the moment, we are empty. So we're gonna take a... Oh yeah, we should maybe take that. But I would like to have something that makes it harder. So prevents the wearer from taking critical hit. Not bad, not good. Attack Ben. This is not bad either. Upper Ben. Okay, that could be good on a third character. So I'm gonna take it out. Because at the moment, one of my problems is that when my carry is having a hard time, there's nothing to protect him. Okay, we don't care about that. Efficient bandana. We're gonna take this on Raichu. Raichu is so high level, he can probably carry if he just don't waste as much when he's doing his discharge move. Special bends. Ah, that could be good also. Yeah, we're gonna give that to Pikachu. And probably the other one to, what's his name? He's a kid. Hey, Gray, welcome back. What means OL? Like, over there? Oh, it's just a way to say, hey! If it's a hey, it's fine as well. It's a what? It's a waving character. Oh, okay, thanks. Kim was screaming it from the first floor. You just first tried another boss in Neo. My feeling, Hedda, is probably that this game comes naturally to you, or you got a busted sword. you got your hand on the most perfect sword pretty early, and you're like, yeah, I'm busting the game with this thing. No matter which one, I'm happy for you. It's a good thing. Perfect apple. Perfect apple. Oh, perfect apple are basically like, you're gonna have a bigger belly for a little. We're gonna take a big apple. We're gonna take a few small apples just in case we meet with little Pokemon. Odashis are very strong. Like, those are the heavy sword. If I understand what you were talking about the other day. I'm gonna take maybe 2 more. I know it seems to be a lot, but like, I don't want to be missing on them anymore. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much only this. Stun Seed, maybe not. We lost the Pure Seed. This is kind of sad. Let's see. Eating it caused the last move that Pokemon used to be disabled. Only one move can be disabled at a time. That seemed to be a good pick. I'm going to take 2 Revivals, so Revival Orb in case I get confused and I kill my 2. Let's take a Wigglytuff Orb. I should have taken only 1, but that's fine. Does that work against the boss? There are some places where this orb will have no effect though, so be careful. I guess that does not work against bosses. Okay. And sleep for a while. Okay. I'll take 2 of those. Empowerment Seed. Eating it caused the Pokemon to become awakened. Yeah, that's gonna be Unraichu when we will start that boss fight. Nope. I would like to have one of those orbs that I had that made me able to just dodge danger, but that will probably not happen. And what next? Let's see him. I want to see if he got an invitation. I'm probably too poor to buy it, though. Yeah, I have no money. There is an invitation in there, but I can't buy it. And I have nothing in my banks. I lost everything last fight. We did not take any Orange Berry. Maybe we should take... I don't think I have Orange Berry. That may be troublesome. Cover band. No, yes, nope. We don't have Orange Berry storage anyway, so let's go! We have to pick up good stuff on the way, or we're probably screwed. So we try that another time, and after this, guys, it's up to you what we're playing. We could go and play Unite, we could go and play Mario Kart, we could go and play... well, I'm trying to... I had more ideas when I started the stream. I kind of lost them at the moment, but I'm a taker for, like, other opportunity or the position. Urgent Pigo is playing... 2 other options were also, like, playing Pokemon Shield. Trying to go for a Wonderlock. I've never done the whole Pokemon Shield. I've done the 2 first batch. So to be clear, I'm not ready for this. But I still want to do it. And we could also go play some Pokemon Eevee. Start a new game. What else could we do? I had other ideas. I kind of forgot them though. Well, I'm blanking for now. It's fine. If you have proposition of what we could do after the stream, after the Pokemon DX part, you're like welcome to offer or to recommend. Whee! I should have went for a grass knot instead. That was waste. Oh, I forgot to equip my pen. So, cover pen. I will give it to Absol for now. Efficient bandana. I'm gonna give it to Leaks. And the one that gives you more damage, we will clearly give it to Kim. Because, like, Kim's the carry. Let's stop lying to ourselves. There's no reason to do that. 40 level like this. Deltarune 2. I have installed Deltarune. I did not play it, so I can't play Deltarune 2 before I'm done with Deltarune 1. Is there a Deltarune 1? I've installed Deltarune. I just have... I played 2... What was that game? The one that basically was the first part of Deltarune. My brain will eventually work again. Yay, poison! With the little heart and thingy. Yeah, there's the first 2. I haven't played the first. So, fudge. It's a game that is way too much known. Okay, so everywhere there was a Pokemon spawning here, there is no trap. They are all dead. Oh no, not all. Close though. Yeah. Okay, more Pokemon. We're fine. More XP. Deep Wave. Ice Shard! You only did one, though. That was kind of a shame. That's it. Yeah, Undertale. Thanks, guys. I like it because when my brain is broken, you guys are there to say like, yeah, that was easy. So yeah, basically Undertale. And I was bad at it. I thought the game was kind of slow. We could still try to play it for Undertale. So we could try to play Deltarune, but I give you absolutely no guarantee that I will have any skills into that. But that's an idea. I'm gonna put it in the poll at the end of this dungeon, and it may be one of the things we could do to continue on this train, depending on who's there. So Tentacool wants to tag along. We kind of... I don't want to talk shit about Tentacool or Tentacruel. Stat-wise, they look like they are Pokemons. They are not that bad. But they are just so far from being great. And now that I know how strong Kyogre can be, we will probably, like, if we get to have too many Pokemon at the end, we will probably keep Pokemon not based on how many cash they can give me at the end of the fight, but based on how strong they will be against Kyogre. Like the Anorith evolution that I said no to earlier, we will say yes next time. Whoa! Grassnot did so much no damage. It's a shame. But that Lasso Ore. Grassnot. Hey, really? Oh, he's ice. So this is not extra damage on him. It's just normal. That's why it just hit him like a freaking Kleenex. Water type moves will be stronger here. And fire type will probably be so bad. But still, Blaziken really want to show up and says, I can do what? Fire wave, water wave, this. I can be cool too. So we're gonna let him shine, I guess. And just go with the class off. Not telling him that it was bad in many ways. Heat wave the hell out of this. Poor little, I don't know what. You could not even see it. Okay, we're out of Heat Wave, so now Blaziken's gonna be a little bit more calm. For the best or the worst of what it means. Hey, we got a Snorlax here. There. Okay, let's go for a discharge, because I don't want to play with the food here. That's it. More! Pokemon Trap did not work. I don't know what does affect the, like, the success or the failure of the trap. Aqua Ring! Restore its HP! Icy Wind! Oh, this one. True, we still have that. And we got this. What? Okay, this is better. Like, on him, per se. Toop toop. And stairs. You're in the way. We're gonna say no. But yes, I confirm to you, Deltarune is a possibility because we already downloaded it. Like, it was something that you guys kinda... You've let me know that the game existed and you were interested in seeing it. And I hear you, okay? It's a good thing. I'm listening sometimes. I can't wait to say stupid things like that to my own kids. Like, sometimes I'm listening to you. And then I remember I don't care. I do care. Don't listen to me. I say stupid things. Trying to sound funny, but I know it's not. There. Okay, let's not. I would like to have that word that upgraded my evasiveness. I will not have one, and this seems to be a good item to bring. So yeah. And also, like, one of the other reasons why they are not starting, well, the main reason is for, what did they call that? Like, budget reason? They basically asked me to come up with the price for some chess games. Well, why will the teacher say don't listen to my... You know, being a teacher don't make you right. Okay, don't tell to my colleague that I said that, but like, being a teacher does not make you right. It makes you a professional of a few things, like a subject or two, but it does not make you right. As much as being a parent does not make you right. I know. I'm pretty rough, like hard no there. People cannot accept that I say that about parents. But we have to take a stand and tell people that they may be wrong, and we will still love them. Tutter word. There's me not knowing what tutter means. Boop. Like, tutter, I guess, could be like when you are eating a pacifier? Is it tutting? Or is it pacifying? Because like pacifying seems to be a bit more significant than just giving a pacifier to a kid. Oh, Squeeze Out just gave us juice! Leo's been nice. He's probably gonna get some candy later during the day. Tentacle getting hit! Punish the attacker! Oh, he did not die. He did not care, actually. Okay, Tentacle fell down. We will not use a reviver on the Tentacle. I know it's sad, but like, we won't. How am I, Dreg? How are you, Dreg? As said earlier, I'm quite fine. No! But fudge! I'm losing my army! Okay, let's give a Max Ether to Pikachu. Put him back into the fight. Like this. And discharge the hell out of Slowpoke. I don't know why my first one did not hit. That's disappointing. I don't have my Protect Orb also. That's gonna be such... I'm not even sure then that I'm ready to kill... what's his name? Waterbird. I think his name is Waterbird. You did try to stream, but it didn't happen because OBS is the son of a dog. I think OBS is more technically, and tell me if I'm wrong, a program that helps you stream easily to like the world. But if you want to say that it's a son of a dog, which I will... Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, now I get what that means. It's pretty sad that I didn't get it faster than this. Yeah. For real. Calyp's for real. Oh, he does not care. Now he does. Okay, just restored lost PP. We will go and use Perfect Apple on Pikachu. So you did try to stream and you failed. The debit of the stream was shit and you can't fix it now. Why couldn't you fix it? Is it something wrong about your modem, your internet, or... Dregdom is purple now? Yes! Because people left purple for others to use. Oh, a Kingler! Okay, even though I know he's not going to be that great against, like that God of Water later, I want a Kingler. We don't have to, yeah, we will have stuff with him because Blaziken said so. We'll have to discharge. There we go. What's this? A Foehold Orb. Purple is nice. Purple is basically the best colors. Like, the best color. Don't go tell it to Dark Green. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad about that, but like, everybody can't stop repeating to him that everybody can't stop repeating to him that purple is the best color, and he's like, no, green is. I mean, we all like Yoshi, but we enjoy way more the presence of Waluigi in the game. So I guess it makes my point. Only front. I critical it. Great. Yeah. Okay, so this is better. We're gonna tell off Pursuit and give him Psycho Cut, so at least he's gonna get a little bit of Psychic and do this. Green is nice, but Retro Wave can beat. Aww. Hi, you. I got a little apple for you. Yeah, munch, munch, munch. Yeah, Kingler, like the big Krabby, is so happy he's gonna follow us. Come with us. Link boost. The power of Link's move is boosted. The more move our Link, the more powerful they become. Rare quality affect your whole team. That could be messy, yo. Okay, like, to make it like a bit clearer, because you went with a lot of emotion into this, Dreg. The bit is basically like you have two stats with your internet and your computer. The first one is basically how fast does the information, the packets gets into your computer when you try to download some information or to get it inside it. And the second one is the debit to which you are able to send information to other machines. At the moment, like, I'm running 5k kbps to Twitch so that Twitch gets my output and send it to other people. You didn't put emotion in that. What are you meaning? There was the freak part. This is only that, like, don't call people freak. Even debits. They are born this way, okay? So yeah, basically the point that Dreg was meaning is that he was not able to get a good enough debit to send its information to Twitch, so that his stream would probably have lagged for that reason. You know, you can go and set manually the amount of debit out that of outgoing debit that you would like for hit to use. I don't know if what I said there made sense, but I'm quite sure it did. If it did not, tell me. That's it. It's basically a stat that helps you, like, recognize the fact that you are having a stable stream. If that numbers goes down under the 3Ks, I'm starting to be like, to think that you guys are losing some packets, and losing packets means the stream lags. And I don't like to give you a bad experience. Okay, we got that. I don't want to give you a bad experience, so when I feel like you're losing packets, I'm trying to... Oh, wow! I had a escape orb. Like, last fight, instead of losing all of my stuff and all of my Poké Dollars, I could have just actually used the escape orb on my Blaziken and take all my stuff. This is not that bad, it's just that it's a bit of a bummer. Knowing you could have gotten something out of that, and just getting to accept the fact that you wasted your chance to get it is disappointing. Not a problem, just disappointing. Oh, and by the way, I know you're not living it that way. I don't know if you remember that. Like, the year that I spent into your school, there was one exam that was on paper. Only one in the whole year. And I took off that exam from my list of evaluation. I replaced it with a little project. And I'm gonna be honest. Most of the students end up, like, my average in my classes at the moment are like above 80%. But I noticed that when I give comebacks like to the student, I may often sound like they've been doing wrong. Because I just say like, yeah, there's this part, you could have done that better, this part, you could have done that better. And when I think about it, like, I'm putting myself in their place, and when they only hear the fact that they could have done something better, I feel like in their head, the hamster starts to roll and they're like, okay, I failed. And even if they get a good grade, like 85% and higher, like in their head, it must be spinning with a I failed the whole time. You know, anxiety. So I leave them on that, and it's not the best thing ever. It's just kind of fun. I'm sorry for people who did not know that teachers can also enjoy grading students. And this is not like I enjoy hurting them. This is not that. It's just that there is actually something good you can do while you do grade a student. You can help him assess where he is and how he could progress in a project or a competency. But in a skill, sorry. But like, there is also the fun part of just being like, this was not perfect. You could have. And you got a character's idea for Norse campaign? You mean the one that we played in the past, or the one that you will be playing on like Tuesday night? Because I went to understand that you're in most of his campaign. So I will guess that you are also in the Tuesday night ones. By the way, another good news, like the day was filled with good news. For those who didn't know, our syndicate actually signed up the une entente with the government of Quebec. It's only like 2 years and a half after the limit date, the due date. But like, I don't know, I guess they were... Oh! That's a trap! That Remoraid was acting as... You can do this? The 12th of October, one in your club. Okay. But weren't you one of the DM? Did misunderstood something? I thought you were one of the DMs. I might have to find another DM then. I get it. Oh, remember when you say the Blue Fire comes with Amazon Prime? It was with Amazon Game Hats. Yes, exactly, Dreg. But like, I mean, if you have Amazon Prime, there's no reason not to get the Amazon Game app. I know it's harder to install and everything, but like, it's Blue Fire. It's a good Soul-like. It's looking like a Zelda game. We've played on stream. I think you kind of like the vibe of the game on your side, at least, Dreg, because like you like Zelda games, and this feels pretty close to it. And by the way, I haven't decided on the date yet, but letting you know, we will have probably an extra cute stream for the next weekend, not the weekend coming in, but not this weekend, the next one, for the 250 followers that we just reached. We will be, and I'm sorry for those that are not interested by that, I'm really gonna say it still. We will be playing a 10 or 12 hours, not sure yet how much, of Genshin Impact. I have 9 months to catch up in the game. I'm AR 55. My characters are built. That's gonna be pretty solid, but sadly, I have to catch up a lot on the storyline. So basically, if you're there to learn a little bit more about the story, we will probably not be doing all the... We could start by doing all the bosses, but like, I could also keep the bosses for a moment where it's going to be more interesting to do them. You don't plan to get it? A friend buy it for you, to you when you was talking with him? Aww. Who did? Goodbye, you. Yeah, good. Have a good day, you. Enjoy the rest of the day. And did you find a pirate emoticon? Like, that exists? It's emoji, not emoticon. Emoji. We don't use emoticon as a word since 2012. Where are you, Calypso? In what generation did you grow? I grew in the generation where when I was young, people thought it was cool to have a pager. And then there was cell phone. Yeah, he should be almost dead by now, so we're just gonna go and grass knot him. It is, yeah, I've noticed when you were like using the replying to Yu, it has written it with an R. Now that I know that, I'm gonna probably abuse this one a little more. It's a smiley pirate. Oh wait, with the robot. Yeah, oh, with your monkey it's not the same. It's sad knowing that you cannot have a pirate monkey. How sad. How disappointed are you in that, Drag? You can be a pirate or a monkey, not both. We will not be wasting that then. We'll be using another grass knot. Sorry, my friend. You... Oh, wanna join us? We're capturing new friends. We're halfway there. And our belly is almost empty also, but we're gonna keep our last apple in case we meet with a friend that is rarer and really wants to see an apple. Woo! That was a race.
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Exactly, Dreg. Thanks a lot for your singing. For everyone who did not know, that was Dreg's SFX. He's also one of our VIPs on the channel. And he's growing slowly his Twitch channel to reach his 15th follower. 50th follower. He's now at 36 or 37, so about to be able to be affiliated. If you guys have a little over of love to give to someone, please go and drop him a little follow. He streams in French though, I know. Like it's like if it was his mother's tongue, if he was born in Quebec, but did not really use the teaching system to be able to learn his English. Am I right? We're gonna kill Remoraid, I think. Oh no, Remoraid can shoot from further. We're gonna kill one of the two. This one got so much better move. Yep, no question, we killed that Anorite. Yeah. You try, but English pronunciation is hard. Not agreeing with that. Like, I know it's a subject that I usually don't talk about on stream, but like, I think most Quebecers do talk English better when they're drunk, which tells a lot on how much easier it is to speak English than French, even for the pronunciation. No, we don't care about Remoraid. Like, it could die. That Grimer is going to be a little bit mad, but... Awaken, Grimer! How scared are you? Wait, Kim, I saw a Glalie Mega Evolve the last time, so I guess that sometimes they are scarier. Yay! Bye, Grima. I did not really want to kill you, but like your friend was a bit too aggressive. I had to deal with him. So next time, make sure your friend is not aggressive when you sleep. For you, even French 1 is hard, and it's your primary language. Aww. But I'm gonna stuck onto the drunk argument. It's easier to speak English when you're drunk than speaking French, so it must not be the hardest of the language. French has too many rules anyway, everybody knows that. You have rules about how you have to genderfy everything in the world. Thanks a lot for the sub, Ellen. How is it going? Like, I know you're often on the lurking team here, and I appreciate that, but overall, what's new? Or is it you, or is it Ellen, or is it both? You need to make a... No, don't go make a stock of alcohol. Don't drink alcohol to make yourself a better English speaker, Drag. You can speak English even without that. Just fake that you are, and then... Yeah, that's it. That's all the tip I have to give you. Like, fake that you are for long enough so that people think you speak English. That good? Pretty good, always only you. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were sharing that screen. What's new then? How is school going? How hard is it on you? We have Leo with us. He's been with us the whole night. So after this dungeon, I will probably give him a little bit of candies, no matter what. Always only never. School never goes well. Maybe I mixed the never with something else and then I just like did not follow my own question because I asked too much. You should, you know I can. Did you really ask someone to fake something? Oh, by the way, let's make it clear. Greg Dumb is not using the word autist as an insult. Okay? He lives with that stigma himself. So, like, he's aware of his situation. He does not take it as something bad. It does not define him. He defines it. You're doing your homework. Midterm of the session. It's already midterm. Well, no. Wait. 4 weeks of September plus 1 week of June. Okay, midterm's coming soon. Midterm is like in 1 week and a half? Or is it now? Defines you a little bit. Well, as long as you want to define yourself with it, yes. But also, you're not only what you are, you know? 6th week just finished, and this is 15 week. The mid-session comes fast, but it's not quite there yet, but it's pretty much there. Like, you have to start studying or you're gonna, like, be overloaded. You're leaving us, Leo? Oh, no. Oh, no, it's time to request his candy. Like, he went on the candy side. Do you want candy? Go back on your bench. I'm gonna give him to you. Yeah, you've been deserving of those. Go there. Candies? If you think he does not understand, I can guarantee you he does. He's going back on his bench and he just like makes sure he hugs me a little before he does. You're only that Dane, you need to tell your father. Ah, I missed something. And then he's probably going to be bored of being here. He's been sitting there for the last 2 hours. He's been a really good cat tonight. As he is most of the time. You're finishing at 2,000-ish homework for Tuesday. How deep are you in those 2,000 words? Because, like, in a way, 2,000 words, when you just pack them in character 12 and no double spacing, this is like 5 pages. It's really not so bad. But Like, it looks bad because of all the decoration you put all around it. Omastar! We did not get one on the first run, so I'm kind of happy about him. What's your story, my friend? Where can I put you? Did he join? Or didn't he join? We're splitting on treasure, aren't we? No? No, but yes? If you're in the team, yes. If not, I just take your money. 450 in between 1750 and 2000 word, but it's going pretty smoothly. Okay, and it's for Sunday? It's for Saturday? I'm just making sure. Okay, for Tuesday. Okay. So basically, if you give yourself like, yeah, drag, he's gonna get fat. But that's fine. No, he will not become Legros. You don't have enough channel point to make my cat become like Legros. Legros is Dragdom's cat, and he's pretty massive, okay? There's not a chance in the world that this cat becomes like yours. Aww. God, you're spoiled. Drag, it's not really a challenge, but like it will not happen. He could eat only that, and he's just gonna eat another thing less. It's a good cat, I tell you. So here we go. Let's stop talking about making my cat fat. He's a good cat. I like him like that. Legros is not so fat. Yeah. Let's be honest about your cat. There is a lot of his apparent weight that is basically just like his fluff. Because he got... Okay. I have two revival horn. I let them go down. I'm gonna revive them before I take the stairs. Nope. Even you, Absol, for now you go down. That Omastar is gonna be crazy. He just got awakened. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping for something bigger. Now he's just poison and mad. Okay, dead. So let's wait. So yeah, there's a lot of part about this hole that is basically just like a lot of turn. You got like that bunker, but he's still not the slimmest cat. But like he's not the fattest. We've seen way worse cat in our lives. He just got more things to love. Like, wait. Woo! Let's meet with that guy and Grass Knot. That's it. And apparently my Pikachu is happy. He leveled up. I still say Pikachu. I will say Pikachu for a long time. Because he got to be a Pikachu for most of the game. He just recently turned into a Raichu. Well, Leo got a little bit more fat. Just a little. Since we bring back the baby. Like, take into consideration that for him, when I went to the hospital for 3 days, he was alone at home for the first time and for a pretty long period. So, this pack-up stress made him, like, pack a little more fat. Just, I guess, so that he could survive longer if I ever go away for longer. But out of that, he's in a good shape. He's really not so bad. Where his situation is really not as bad as it looks. Yeah, I want to take the max elixir. So, revive all orb. 2. Oh no, we only got one. No, we got three. So now we got two. Hi, Big Beans. How is it going? And starting up fat to warm up the little shrimp. Oh, you would be disappointed. Leo hates the baby. Like, he starts to be able to just like be with us. Is Saria more fat than Leo? Nope. Saria is your little one with only 3 legs, right? Yeah. Leo basically felt threatened. Oh no, why would I do that? Okay. So, welcome in, Big Beans. How is it going? Sorry, pretty good. What about me? About me, it's pretty fine. We had a good day. It was not really, it was not charged. It's my day 4. I just have 1 class to teach. It was fine. But those are really hyperactive kids, so it's a good day. Pipa des Patouche. Saria is yours. She's probably about the weight of Saria. He's probably about the weight of Saria. Mostly. So I was talking about using something Max Heather on my Pikachu. Because more discharge. The between Alice, asthmatic cat, and the iPod. Or iPod. Okay, so long story short, Dreg got a cat that they rescued, and like, how do I explain this? I think it's Dreg Grandpa's that is a pretty much an agriculteur. He makes his own élevage. I could say animal growth, but it would not make much sense. That's it. He got animals that he actually take care of because they will eventually be his meat. And a burger, you're funny. And one of the bulls walked over a cat paw. And I'm not sure if you've ever been into there's a word, I will remember the word. Not breeder. But like, I don't know if you've ever been on a farm, but like, on a farm, you will have some cats living with the other animals. And once in a while, they will have baby. And long story short, you have so many of those little animals around your barn, around your stuff, that if eventually one of the cats goes missing, you often don't even notice. It's alright, thanks a lot, Dr. Big Beans. You often don't notice, but like, when Dreg went to his grandfather's farm, one of the cats got trampled by one of the bulls. And basically one of the paws it was done. There was nothing to do with that. It was as if my right arm got crushed at the level of the the bicep. So crushed that the best way to save the animal in that situation was to basically take off that set of arm. So they cut at the hole. I'll remember that word eventually. But they cut it. Oh, fudge! What is happening behind that? 2 Seadra that I couldn't see. And one just turned crazy. Okay, before he smashed my whole team, I'm gonna go and like show him how I don't give about his thing, and thunder. Oh well, he really got tanky actually. It's my. I lost the Remo raid. We don't really care about Remo raid. So they had to cut straight at the not elbow. At the shoulder. They had to cut straight at the shoulder. And basically they have a cat that even when she was a little baby, ended up having one arm missing. The poison hits for so much. I forgot to take out the poison. We got a heal orb or anything. Nope. Nope. I'm screwed. How much? Okay. Let's give Pikachu a big apple. The goal here is to hope it's gonna be healing itself before dying. Okay, good. You just killed a Seadra. Violently, for sure. Yeah. Let's make a long story short. Since he has a lot of those cats that are basically lost, any normal guy that would work on a farm would probably just like don't care about the cat, and if he was any nice, and that's gonna sound rough, I'm really sorry, would make sure that the little creature would not feel pain anymore. Yeah, I know how it sounds. So, obviously, Dreg was not agreeing with that. Even though the cat was at that moment defective, he went for the argument that that still had the chance to live because, you know, he's different in the sense that he's autistic, and that does not make him unvaluable. So, I don't know. I tried to put myself in the place of your grandpa there, Dreg, and that was a pretty hurtful argument to do, okay? The cat would be quick. Aww. Yeah, basically. So, it was a harsh argument to do in some ways, because the difference that the cat had was not comparable to yours in many ways. But as long as it works and you get what you want, who am I to judge, right? You got to save that cat. You are happy about this. That's good. You don't argue with your grandpa, but with your mother. The argument was more effective. Yeah, because your grandpa would basically be like, yeah, but it's still a cat. And you would be so sad / mad about this. Yeah. Why would you fight that deep, Kingler? You don't have to be alone. Here's the problem now. When the team is too big, Raichu don't get to actually kill things for them. They are too far behind. So if something meets me and gets me on the flank, Raichu can't save them. Oh, we don't have an invitation. I was happy for half a second because I thought about buying an invitation. But we were poor, so I couldn't. So no invitation for me. None of this nice place for me as well. Where did you find a Pokemon? These guys see dangers everywhere. Okay, well, this is not considered a room apparently. Even though, like, all there is around me is water, I can discharge in here. This is a power up orb. We're gonna use it pretty early in the fight against her. Just so that everyone gets a better chance to pitch in and to maybe counter a little bit of the effect that's gonna be slowing me. You don't even give a frick about. Like, protect orb. I just got my chances now. Like, we were not equipped to be able to beat him down. But now we may be in business. I'm happy there. Oops, I need to open the bottle if I want to drink. Mud shot. Mud shot. I Carnivore. Fire. Fire. Is it that? Carbona. Carbona. I'm so bad with the new gens. If you guys ever feel insulted by the fact that I can't pronounce it. Okay, I have an item that turned into an apple. I'll eventually know what it was. Okay, Grimer is having a fight down here. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, he won it. And Blaziken really wants to kill that target. Yes. I'm not sure for him it makes sense, Greg, but like, because it's kind of hard for someone that did not live in a generation where this was recognized as a real situation. I'm not sure if that makes sense for you, but for him, it does not exist. Like, if I talk to my stepmother, she's gonna tell me that most of mental illness are fake. I like her. Like, she thinks, she would say things about depression that you're like, okay, but if I follow your thinking, nobody is ever in depression. And for her, it makes sense. Because she was born in, I guess, a generation where it was linked to laziness to be depressed. He lived with one autistic kid for 19 years. Like, maybe he just went for the more simplest explanation that could give him some reasoning behind it. If it makes any sense, like, in his head, maybe you were not on the autistic spectrum, but more just like different. He would probably have used other words for that. Not all nice words. But instead of seeing it like a potentially good thing, he was just like seeing the bad part of it. Which is something that often happens. You must understand, like, you guys grew up in a world where we taught you to be tolerant. We taught you to be good humans. You had some ethic classes. You got the basic on how not to bully someone for his difference. Even I, and I'm not that older than you, okay? I grew up. Oh, let's go for that. I'm a bit pissed though. Kyogre should not have died there. You're just troublesome, you need some discipline. Yeah, sure. Like, in between other things, love and attention and maybe a fatherly presence. Oh, sorry, those are harder to give. I understand now. I don't have any more. But like, it's my last floor. I don't want to go for a heather for this. I don't need a heather for this. I can survive. I will survive. You can kill your target. I don't know what this is. Okay, I think we got. No! We have at least one Pokemon in danger there. Okay, so you only need discipline. You don't need love. Okay, this is for the other kids. Okay, got it. And we got a level up also. Nice. It does not make me recover my other shits. Faint! Yay! Yay! Recover. Okay, do that. Faint again. Yeah, I think you needed a little more than discipline, but like, who am I to judge, right? I've only had a baby for a month and a half. You've been living that life for so long. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge again. No, I did not want to do that. That's not him. Oh. He will be cool. Against... Oh, no, he's only level 27. Oh. Okay. I think he's not even a Thunder Pokemon. He's Water Dark. Wow. I'm kind of disappointed by him. I thought he was cooler than this. Minimize. Disable. Who do I want to get rid of? I think I'm going to get rid of Anorite because he does not have a lot of range move. Aww. It's like the one time he says that between me and Kay. Okay, you were the troublesome child, and Kay was a little angel. Ooh. I mean, if we have to define normality. God, how? You don't say that to your child. The same way you don't say to your child that you have a favorite one, like, they know you will have a favorite one. But you don't tell them which one it is. It's gonna hurt the others so much. Figure being the unwanted child. Ouch. Like, I'm hurting for you. I'm sorry, man. This is the kind of trap that you, like, if you want to ask a question that a mom can answer, ask her which is her favorite child. And by the way, we are going to fight the boss. So, I'm gonna give you a quick poll, like a 5-minute poll, to decide what is the next game we play. In the option, like, it's Friday, I'm gonna give you the option to go for this. There is Mario Kart 8. Out of that, I had Deltarune, that was next game. I had Deltarune, that was recommended, and that you guys would apparently like to see a run of. What else? We have Pokemon, may it be Shield or Eevee. We're gonna, if this one wins, we're gonna crack it into two after this. We could go for Kirby Star Allies, which I think is still a cute games. And what would be the last one? Oh, right, Sonic Forces right there. But, yeah, I think that's it. Any other ideas? We go there, see if you guys are answering something. Maybe one day we'll... Oh, we could see a UHC. But if we play UHC, I need some people to play with. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. UHC is Ultimate Chicken Horse. UCH. But, okay, UHC is UCH. So, UHC equal Ultimate Horse Chicken. So this is a list of 5 games you can vote for what we do after this one. But now, let's get to it and try to beat Kyogre. And hope that Pikachu is at the right place to be able to soak most of the damage. Your is infinite power and stuff. I can skip it. Well, there is actually only Dregdom that's gonna vote. If there is only Dregdom that's gonna vote, we will play probably 1v1. Which is fine. But I'd like to have something more active. If I have only one vote, is this really a poll? Didn't you already beat that Groudon? This is not Groudon, this is Kyogre. He is Kyogre, the Lord of the Sea. Witness the destructive force of my waves. Marvel at my awesome power. Mostly. So, there we go. The floor is diffused, strong creature surge. But all my water Pokemon should not be affected by the other card, I think. Okay, so now I'm taking him because he's not in the right place to move. Ooh, okay, him. This. First up, we take Empowerment Seed. This first, or maybe the block. The block. Oh, where is it? let's go for the All Protect Orb, because the more Pokemon I have, the longer it lasts. So here we go. Yeah, I tried to beat that well already, but I got beaten, Greg. I failed. So Kirby Star Allies. I'm kind of surprised this one got more votes. I'm happy about this still. If you guys have it, we can play multiplayer. If you don't, that's fine also. Like, I have a game that I already started onto it on stream. So that's gonna be the episode 2 if it's winning. But it seemed to be kind of on the way to it. I know it's a cute game. I know it's not the hardest, but like the late bosses of Kirby Star Ally are kind of rough still. Like, for kids, they would be hard. There is no online multiplayer. I'm kind of surprised. You meant to vote for MK8. Okay, I'm gonna consider one vote more on... You voted Kirby Star Ally accidentally, I guess? What you mean, Dr. Big Beans? I will go for the Empowerment Seed. We'll make it eat. Kim. Because Kim gotta be our carry. As sad as it's at. So at the moment, let's consider that there is 1 point more in MK8 and 1 in the 3 others. I'm kind of curious who voted for Kirby Star Ally, though. It's a cute game, but it's a pretty much like unliked game. And I still feel like it should be liked a little more. And like this is perfect. The Blaziken is so close for the Kyogre that he is able to use Sand Attack on him and scrap his accuracy for the future rounds. And we will go for a... Nope. Oh, that could be not so bad, but not so great. Comfort as well. Butter is Confusion. But we won't first. The... All Power Up War. So that all my Pokemon got a lot of points in special attack and special... in attack and special attack. Wow! That doubles the damage that Raichu is able to do. Basically. Hey, Sed went in just to vote for Mario Kart. Obviously. So I think Mario Kart wins again. I will probably go for an hour of it, as we do most Fridays. Did you invited said Smash? You were like, yeah, come fast. You have 3 minutes to go and vote. That's what you've done, Dr. Big Beans. I'm fine with that as well. Like, that's a good energy. It's harsh for the others. What do we still have? I guess that's it. We used everything that was any worth using. I'm gonna take back the control of the bird. Just to make sure. Okay, no, so that's fine. Just to make sure that he uses Sand Attack. Because I want to make him so inaccurate that he's gonna have a hard time for the rest of the run. You tried to join during the week, but can't because of school. I understand that, Dr. Big Beans. This is pretty fine. Oh, that's the opposite. He told Dr. Big Beans that there was possibility that we would play Mario Kart. So guys, we're gonna be playing Mario Kart. I'm sorry, Dreg. You want to try Blue Fire? Aww. Well, go try Blue Fire. This is a really cool game. If you get stuck, tell me. I'm not sure I will be able to help you, but I'm gonna try for sure. So, at the moment, we probably win this fight. Everything is going a bit too well. Even if he, like, muds... Woo! Absol fell. And we have no more revived seeds, so Absol stays on the ground. Missed! I found a way to miss my Sand Attack. That's kind of sad. School finishes... Oh, yeah! Your school finishes so late. Like... On my side, it's quite the opposite. I'm still starting at 7:35, but I'm out at 2. He's calm now. You have something to revive every... Yeah, but, like... Waiting? I was waiting for a more optimal moment for it. The bus leaves at 4:40, and you basically get back home at 5:30. Like half of the day is already gone. Mine is still ending at 2 or something. This is why, like, I'm streaming early in the night. I'm streaming at 6. Most streamers do streams like around 7 or 8. And I end around 8 because I still want to have a little time with the babies and the wife before I go to sleep for the next morning. But like starting at 7 and finishing at 2 is really not so bad as a schedule overall. I wouldn't even try to fight to have some other hours because I want to say, like, starting at 7:30 is bad for the kids. It's not good for them. The brain of a student is working starting at 9:45. So it is not good. This is breaking your mind. I'm really sorry about that, but like, you are not even mentally ready to be taught stuff before the like third classes. But on the other side, when you're ending at 2, you have literally a second day in your life. From 2 to 10, I have 8 hours. I could actually have a second job. Well, kidding, okay? It's not a job, it's for fun, but like, you can actually have a second job and still be able to wake up the next day. Like a student job, not a. Bye, Snorlax. I would have loved to keep him. I should have used a Wigglytuff orb. We were poor anyway. We will probably not even have been able to buy the right place for him. The next morning. Well, do you want me to be really like... You will not like that. Do you know why half of the school starts way too early and the other half way too late? Like, if you want to know that, I can explain. You will not like the answer. That's gonna be the worst answer on a pédagogiquement. That will be the worst answer possible. We do that because it costs a little less for the bus companies. It's basically this. It is like, so that we are able to be as efficient as possible with the buses, we buy a third of the buses we would need, and then a third of the school, will have to start at 7:30. A third of the school will have to start around 8:30 to 9, and a third of the school will have to start around 10. And then you're like, okay, and which one do I get? It is pretty much either random. Sometimes some schools fight to have a time, but most of the time we just get one given and that's it. Yeah, worst reason. Buses over mental health, buses over what is really benefiting the student. Yes, sadly. Buried relic discovered. Mystery room found underground. A crater caused by a meteor strike has revealed these ancient ruins. The buried relic is thought to date back beyond recorded its history. There are rumors that I missed that part, and perhaps even Pokemon that lived in ancient time. Oh, it's gonna be the unknown dungeon. Like, this is unknown dungeon. Buried relic is the main topic in Pokemon Square. Wow! A meteorite strike uncovered an underground room, and there are rumors of treasure. Calypso, this is intriguing. Let's go to the square to get more information about it. We're gonna do that next Friday. Because now, it's time to change the game.